You've worked with Paul Feig so much now. What is something about him that most people don't know?
That he is wanted to be a stuntman when he was growing up, and he has like an amazing love of stunts. And he can do this weird arm thing that if you go to bend his arm back, he can do a forward flip, which he's done in a three-piece suit.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course.
As you do.
That's who he is.
But in this film as well, I was very impressed when I read that you did a lot of the stunts yourself. Can you tell us about that?
I believe in doing everything that they'll allow me to do. I mean, there's always a limit where they just go, no, we need you to show up tomorrow. But I think it's important. I think when you're watching the movie, I'd rather have it not be perfect, but have it be me. I think.
True. And you pulled it off flawlessly. What was the most extreme thing you think you got to do?
I think there were a couple things. Running in wet cobblestone streets in heels.
Difficult.
I challenge any
Girl, I
other
know.
action fella to do
Very
that.
impressed.
But the fight scene in the kitchen is pretty intense, and it took a lot of training. And then, again, on the day, I'd never worked with Nargis in person because we were in different countries. And to just get together and do something that fast and intense, you really have to watch out to not hurt her, not hurt myself, not hurt anybody around. You've got cameras, and it was really exciting because it was really challenging, and you really had to keep your focus up.
The thing that was very impressive is that this film is a comedy, but the action sequences are so real, very impressive, and a little very bloody at times.
Yeah, well, we wanted it to be a true spy movie. I mean, and that usually comes with danger and some violence, and I think it all helps build that ticking clock and the suspense. And we wanted to keep the action intense, keep the spy plot, and just add the comedy to it. So, tried to keep everything else, right up there. We didn't want to soften it just because we were adding comedy.
One of the things I love about you and like your films in general is that you're leading these very kick-ass films, and you're showing people that women can be blockbuster stars and be huge comedy stars. So what do you have to say to people who keep up that stereotype that women can't lead films?
I just think it's nuts. I literally think it's like, people who wear red nail polish can't type. It's like, what? I don't think you can put any I don't think you can make these sweeping statements. I think anyone who doesn't know powerful, funny, challenging, quirky women can come on out of your cave and meet some of them because they're everywhere. So I think you should show that in movies. I think the audience, I know I do, I'm a big movie goer. I want to see variety, and I want to see three-dimensional characters, male and female. I don't want to see perfect people. It's kind of like watching a photograph. We go to a movie to see a situation with interesting characters, and I think to do that, you got to make them real.
Absolutely. Now, this is your third film with Paul Feig. Your fourth is coming out, Ghostbusters.
It is.
How far along in the process are you in that? Can you tell us anything?
Yeah.
We start Ghostbusters in about 3 weeks. I've had some fittings, and that's about it. So it's coming up fast, but I'm excited for it.
Any group text messaging with your fellow cast
But
members?
I know all those girls already, so we're going to have a really good time. That's a good group of ladies.
All right.
Yes, we are excited.